And now, broadcasting from the top of the skyscraper that is the Markham Hall on the Rogers State University campus in Claremore, it's Green Country's most exciting radio show, Free Association. And now, here is the Fort Smith Fireball, your champion of chicken, and your deluxe dueling DJ, Mark Lane.
As promised on this edition of Free Association, I, Mark Lane, will deliver the goods and talk about Elena Kagan and her recent nomination to the Supreme Court by President Obama. We will also go ahead and look at the rest of the headlines. We'll give you some jokes, and we'll play you your requests at 343-7913. Turbo and KO will throw those in for you because I, Mark Lane, am still broadcasting in the state of Arkansas. Maybe they could come up with a new one. He had his thumb, you-know-where, and his microphone in Arkansas. All right, let's get on with it. Here's Devo with Something right here on Free Association. Miniature Tigers with Dark Towers right here on Free Association. Before that, we had Us, Some, Dr. Dog with Muir, and then before that, we had Band of Horses with Dilly right here on Free Association. I'm Mark Lane, and I encourage you to hit on the request line at 343-7913, and Turbo and KO will throw your song in, and we'll go ahead and listen to that. But before I proceed to the headlines, I would like to express my condolences for the passing of George Steinbrenner yesterday at the age of 80. He passed away due to a massive heart attack. George Steinbrenner, if you don't know, was the autocratic owner of the New York Yankees for probably since the mid-'70s. So, and when I say autocratic owner, I don't mean any disrespect like that. I like an autocratic owner in sports. I like a type of owner that goes ahead and becomes the face of the franchise. That's the type of owner that I like. I like an autocratic owner, like an Al Davis of the Oakland Raiders, like a Jerry Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, like a George Steinbrenner of the New York Yankees. I'm not one of these kids of today, my peers, that they all of a sudden are Red Sox fans or whatever, and they put down the Yankees. Red Sox fans. They're all Dane Cook from Boston. Yeah. No, my respect goes to the New York Yankees. Now, if you ask me to pick the A's and the D's and so forth, I would be a St. Louis Cardinals fan because of the tradition in my family going back to my paternal grandfather. But, I still think the New York Yankees deserve our respect. So that's the story on that. Let's go ahead and look at the headlines on CNN.com. Announcement expected on BP integrity case. Yeah. And BP did everything. Maybe they could come up with a new one where BP releases explodes an oil spigot on your Farmville, and then your Farmville gets shut down or something. That'd be a new one. Maybe they should incorporate that in the expansion pack on Farmville that all the folks play on Facebook. And BP did this, BP did that, BP, did this and that, so, and all that jazz. We hope you enjoyed that selection. That was Blitz and Trapper with Dragon's Song, and then before that, Minus the Bear with Summer Angel, and before that, Against Me with High Pressure Low, right here on the show. We hope you're enjoying Free Association, and I'm Mark Lane, and hopefully nobody was annoyed or took offense or whatever when I talked about Elena Kagan's nomination to the Supreme Court. But which would you rather have? Mark Lane talking about Elena Kagan's nomination to the Supreme Court, or Mike Huckabee and Geraldo Rivera talking about LeBron James going to the Miami Heat? I couldn't believe what I saw as I passed through my parents' living room on a Sunday evening. Geraldo Rivera and Mike Huckabee talking about LeBron James going to the Miami Heat. What does that have to do with Fox News and their particular agenda that they promote? Okay, all right. Now, if they'd have done it on Studio B or C or D or whatever, and Shep Smith said something, I can see that. That's acceptable. Mike Huckabee and Geraldo, though, talking, I don't know, something didn't add up there. It was too. It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense at all. But let's get back to making sense, and we'll go ahead and we shall Listen to Radio Steve give us the 91.3 FM weather after the break, and then we'll get to Eels with Spectacular Girl right here on Free Association. That was the New Pornographers with Crash Years here on Free Association. The New Pornographers, oh, yeah, they probably think they're avant-garde or something. They got something slightly offensive in their name, so, you know, so they're so cool that they're so ahead of being cool that they seem offensive, but in 20 years, they'll be the standard. That's how it goes. Reminds me of these folks that they take pictures of West Coast sunsets. You know, I don't know. To me, there's nothing more depressing than a West Coast sunset. Well, now, why would I say something like that? Let me explain. Let's say you're looking at a West Coast sunset. You know, you're looking out in the Pacific Ocean there on the coast of California, and it's a Sunday night, and you're looking at a sunset. You're looking at Monday morning! Oh my gosh! That's why I could never enjoy a West Coast sunset. Hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the very best with Warm Heart of Africa here on Free Association. They don't have any depressing sunsets, I guarantee you.